Hello, Beauty News family. Welcome to Beauty News. This is the 17th of August edition. I hope you're all ready for Christmas. This is literally around the corner.
I know, it is. It's knocking on our door.
It is.
But this is updates and new stuff. Mm-hmm. So we did a poll last week, and a lot of people aren't really missing updates videos being separate videos on Monday. So we thought that that's a good opportunity to just have like random other videos.
Yeah.
So if there's big update weeks, we will do updates on Monday, but otherwise we're going to roll them all together and just have one episode a week.
Yeah,
it's
back to the old school beauty news, like seriously old school.
It's super old school, but it's it's a bit easier on us having to not have to edit all weekend.
Yes.
And if you guys like just the super long episodes, we're giving them to you.
And also it's fun for us because we get to create different content.
That's true.
Which we're enjoying.
Gives us time to play with new stuff, which is good.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with an update. This is the Benefit Cosmetics Brow Contour Pro. Now, we did see a sneak peek of this a few months ago. I was at a Sephora France showcase, but this is now released. So what it is, it's one of those sort of like multi-pencil stylo type pencils.
Yeah.
It's got 4 different shades in it, and there are 5 color varieties. So you've got like blonde light, it goes through to like browns, mediums, deeps. You can see them here. And the shades that it has in it, there's a lighter brow shade, a deeper brow shade, a definer, and a highlighter. So that's what you get in these sort of multiple things, but they're $34 in the US, now available at Sephora.
I want to try it.
Yeah, a few people have asked us to actually like destroy it.
Yeah.
So if it comes to Australia soon, and Melbourne, we might check it out. But there you go.
Sounds good. Bobbi Brown. So we have a new formulation, Luxe Lip, which is a matte lipstick.
Yeah, so this is currently available for, I think, pre-order. So it's like, when we're talking, it's not yet out, but it's coming out very soon. And they're taking their best-selling Luxe lip colour and turning it into a matte finish.
Right.
So I think it's supposed to be that sort of same formula, but a matte finish. Full coverage, comfortable, lightweight, 12-hour high impact colour, and 18 shades. Awesome. So this, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
$37 US, and the shades are on the screen. A lot of nice nudes.
I like the shade range.
Yeah, and then you've got the corals, peaches, reds, berries, and then through to darker shades, which I like. I like when they have a nice range of like true nudes and just not just pink nudes.
Yeah.
Like a lot of brands think that light pinks are nudes. They're not.
They're not.
They're light
pinks.
Yeah. So we've also got swatches from Trend Mood. They do all look very similar. Swatched.
They do. Yeah.
But
which is a bit of a shame.
It is.
It looks like there's a lot of pink nudes in there.
Yes.
When you look at them
when you look at the swatches, definitely it does. Damn. Bugger. So those will be officially available online and in stores on the 4th of September. So if you wanted to check those out and you wanted multiple shades of pinky corals and pinky nudes, they don't actually look matte.
They don't.
I'm really confused. The swatches ruined the vibe for me.
Yeah, I know.
Oopsies.
Sometimes that happens, unfortunately.
It does sometimes happen.
From Boscia, we have a Rosewater mist with witch hazel.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's a refreshing and alcohol-free hydrating toner mist powered with rosewater and witch hazel.
Yeah, so it's supposed to deliver a dewy, healthy-looking complexion. So that is now available, and it's $24.
Excellent. Ooh, Certifeye. So this is the Destiny palette for autumn 2018. And I think I like it. It's basically a rainbow palette, but there's also some wearable sort of neutral shades in there or nude-ish shades.
Yeah.
Browns. There's some browns.
And like a champagne.
Yeah.
I see this as being more of I can see this as being like a pixelated flower. Like a rose.
Yeah.
So it's not quite rainbow because it doesn't go through all the colours of the rainbow, but there are definitely
yellow.
No, there's definitely like 6 warm tones. I think you could probably split this into 6 pan little mini palettes. So you've got a warm toned sort of nude sort of thing going on, berries and reds and purples, and then you have the cool tone greens, blues, black, silver. I don't know. I think it's interesting. This is a brand that I do really want to try. I just haven't got around to it.
I really like this one. There's a few shades in there where the swatches I'm a bit like, not sure.
Like Enchant.
Yes, that's the one that really caught my eye. But
Moss. It's the one.
Is it Moss?
Yeah, the name underneath it.
Yeah. I'm interested in this. The colours pique my interest, and it's coming soon. It'll go up for pre-order first, but we don't know when just yet.
Okay, cool. Okay, so in the last episode, you would have seen a little video about the new Clarisonic, and we did predict kind of correctly.
Yeah.
So this is a new Mia, and it has 3 different heads. We predicted that it would be cleansing, firming, and then like a makeup head.
Yeah, because they mentioned something about like perfect makeup application.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite.
No, I think they were trying to throw us off though, because you can use those makeup brush heads on this.
Yes.
It's just that it comes with like an eye massagey head.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Okay, so this is currently available for pre-order. And it will ship on the 5th of September. It's $199 US, and it comes in white, pink, or like a sort of teal color. Mint, they call it mint. And yeah, you can see on the screen the weird eyeball massagey thing.
Yeah.
And you can also see there's a little video where it does show that you can put the brush head on it, but it doesn't come with the foundation brush head is what I'm talking about, but it doesn't come with it. All right, we've got something new from Colourpop. These are the Angelica Much. Angelica Much.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, they're jelly eyeshadows, but I don't know if they're called Angelicas or Angelica jelly. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it says newest eyeshadow product at Colourpop. Full name Angelica Much, but call me Jelly Much. Former job, backup singer of Destiny's Child, Bootylicious. Okay, they're
What's
trying
happening
to. I don't
here?
know. I think they're having a stroke. They're trying to do something. I don't get it.
What on earth?
So, Angelica Much is a high impact, one swipe intensity, long wearing shadow. So it's got light reflecting 3D pearls, intensely saturated look with chrome, duochrome, and holographic finishes. Interesting. I'm curious about what all that means.
I'm listening.
You've got my attention, Colourpop. We don't yet have a date. If we've got a date, we'll put it on the screen. But
I 100% refuse to call it Angelica Much when I'm featuring it on my channel.
That's fair enough.
These are the Colourpop eye jellies. The end.
Thank you. But they have shown a few like photos of, applied to the skin. It does look quite pigmented. There is a video of, you can see the texture of it. So it doesn't actually look like a true jelly. It looks like almost like a mousse.
Yeah.
Like a wetter version
sort of like if the Super Shock Shadows and a jelly had a baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
So, it's an interesting thing. There you go.
I'm keen to see more about them. Wow.
So it looks like an eye paint.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't crease.
That,
But it looks cool.
They do. And they look beautifully pigmented.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'll probably try them out.
Yeah. We have a new palette here from Estee Lauder. This is the Goddess Glow eyeshadow palette, and it's part of the Bronze Goddess line.
Yeah.
So it's an 8-pan palette. It's pretty...
it's pretty basic.
Yeah, it's pretty basic. You've got like golds, coppers, silvery shades, rose gold. And then there's a matte black and a matte brown.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So it includes 8 shades, like I said, $39, and it's going to be out on the 29th of August.
Yeah, and it does say that it's here that it's an Ulta Beauty exclusive. But it'll also be on the Estee Lauder website, and if you don't have access to Ulta because you're in a different country, probably just come to your Estee Lauder counter. There you go. Flesh Beauty have released new products. So this is like the second sort of, release to their line. And we've seen a new eyeshadow palette.
Yeah.
I do want to say, not for me, but if you've been screaming for cool toned eyeshadows, This is very cool toned.
It's cool toned. As cool toned as it gets.
Even the red is like a cool toned red.
Yeah.
Red in general isn't a cool colour, but it's definitely a cool red.
Yeah.
So I think they've nailed it with that. I'm still skeptical of the formula, but I definitely think they've nailed it with the colours if you want a cool toned sort of grey purple palette. So that's called the Flesh Colour Starshine eyeshadow palette, and these are all out now at Ulta. There is also the Hide the Evidence double-ended concealer. So in this photo, you can see it looks like almost like a little brush tip on either two sides. So I think that's a concealer. I don't know how you get the product out, maybe click it or twist it or do something. But it's supposed to have two formulas. So one is like an under eye concealer and one is like a spot concealer, I guess. There's also the Shimmer Dimmer, which is a mattifying stick.
Yeah.
So it sounds very Milk Makeup-esque.
Yeah.
There's the Flip Book, which has sheets infused with blush, bronzer, and highlighter. So there's 100 sheets there, so it'd be 30 odd each.
Yeah.
And then there's also New Fleshy Lips in 6 shades.
Fleshy lips. Good.
Fleshy Lips sinks ships.
Okay, Tarte has come out to confirm that Halo Beauty is ready for their next launch. It's coming in a couple of weeks, which is pretty exciting. And the next product will be $29.99, but we don't know what it is yet.
But she did trademark, what was it, Kiwi RX. So it's probably another vitamin with some kiwi extract in it. So there's that. Okay, it looks like Huda is going to be adding to the base line. There's primers, foundations, powders, and soon-to-be concealers. I don't know if it says overachiever concealer, overachieving concealer, I don't know. But it's a high coverage creamy concealer. So that is coming soon.
From Jeffree Star Cosmetics, it looks like we have a little sneaky peek of
the lip liners.
These are his lip liners.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we did see that he was talking about launching Velour lip liners next month, I think it was. Yeah, next month. And we did see some black and white swatches of them sort of taking swatch photos on different skin tones. Yeah. So, and you could see in the video as well that these do look nicely pigmented and quite creamy, so they do cover like tattoos.
Gone over that tattoo beautifully.
Yeah, so look, I'm interested.
Yeah.
We've also got another announcement from Jeffree Star. So he's coming to Australia in September.
Yep.
So if you're an Aussie, like we are, and if you want to meet Jeffree Star, he's going to do meet and greets and details coming soon.
From Jouer, we have some new things coming up. This is a rose gold collection. Now, we've seen 2 products from this range. We have a blush duo in rose gold with the shades Marigold and Rose Petal.
Yeah, so one looks like a shimmer, one looks like a matte.
Yes. And we also have a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. This is a matte and shimmer combination. Looks like there's, I don't know, very brown.
Yeah, this looks very autumn. So
it does.
It looks brown, pop of gold, pop of wine.
Yeah, I mean, it's appropriate for the season that they're coming into. So, that's good. This will be available on Jouer Cosmetics on August 28th. And there will be a pop-up between August 24th and 26th.
So the pop-up shop is on Melrose in LA, and it's the 24th to the 26th, and you can buy it sort of pre-launch there, but there's more to come in this collection. So there might be stuff on the screen as we're talking. If not, we'll update you next week when we find out more. Okay, so we've got a new 2 new things sort of coming from KKW Beauty. They're not super exciting, so don't piddle your pants over these. There are 9 single contour powders. So these are sort of like the ones that came in the contour kits, but just single versions. And they're releasing on the 17th of August at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, along with 3 new shades of their contour sticks.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure which shades are new, but they've added 3 new shades to the line. So they're all coming 17th of August.
From Laneige, we have some new lip sleeping mask flavours.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, give them to me. So it looks like we've got grapefruit, apple lime. Oh my god, delicious. Then we have vanilla. And there's also the original, which was like a strawberry one.
See, it says it's strawberry, but to me it tastes like smells like bubble gum. It's not like it's supposed to be a berry, but it's I would much prefer to try the lime, apple, or the vanilla. Yeah. So I think this is a cool move. I'm interested. I know a lot of people swear by this stuff. So if you love it, you would buy every single one. It's currently out at Sephora for $20 each. And I just hope that it starts rolling out to the rest of the world soon, because I know a lot of people would be interested.
I'll have one of each, thanks.
Yeah, why not?
Pretty much. From Laura Mercier, we finally see that the new blush colour infusions have released. So 10 buildable shades that are available now.
Also, they have changed their logo, which is interesting. They've had that font for a long time, and they released the 10 blushes with that font, the old font, but they have announced that they've updated their brand logo. So there we go. This is very, very early sneak peek. So Linda Hallberg said something is about to happen, and if you look in the background, you can see pans.
Yep.
So whether it's an eyeshadow palette, whether it's a face palette, I don't know. Something is about to happen, and we will keep you updated. It's coming soon. Oh, good news from Lush.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
They have made Rose Jam Shower Gel permanent.
About fucking time.
I know.
I'm glad they did. It's a great, great, great smelling shower gel. It's like the
question. I've never used this one. Does it stain the skin?
No, it doesn't. It's a gel, not a cream. Weird.
Good.
Have you never used it?
I've never used Rose Jam.
Have you smelt it?
I have smelt. I've smelt Rose Jam, but I've never physically used it.
No, so, it's like it's a red gel, but
but it doesn't
like a translucent,
stain like the Santa's belly.
Santa's belly. Or whatever it was.
No, it was Santa's something.
It's not like Santa's Christmas. That stainy bastard.
That's...
If you want to stain your skin and then your underpants
and your shower,
go
it
for
looks
your
like
life.
a massacre. You can use that for a horror film. DIY.
Yeah. But so I'm super glad that Rose Jam is permanent. It's a beautiful scent of rose, lemon, and vanilla. I sort of describe it as like a rose custard. Yeah. So it's not like a very floral scent. It's more like if you could imagine like if you made a Turkish delight custard. Dessert. Yeah, it's really nice. Glad to see it permanent.
Excellent. From MAC, we talked a long time ago about more influencers collaborating with MAC to create their own custom lipstick shades.
So they've done this the past 2 years in a row.
Yes, and they're doing it now. Again. Yes. So we see Patricia Bright's shade.
And also Jamie Genevieve. So these are both the UK releases, and these particular releases are coming out soon. Yes. So they're 15th of August at Selfridges. So this is the first. They usually stagger the releases. So the influencers from different countries, they will release their shade to that region, and depending on the region, they release at different times. So I feel like the UK must be first because these are the ones that we've seen. Yeah. So Jamie's is her signature peachy pale satin textured nude. So it is a peachy light nude with a satin texture. And Patricia's is a bold matte brown inspired by some powerful past trends like the 90s. And that kind of stuff, which is really cool as well. And I think this is a really good one because I do think that nude lipsticks for deeper skin tones are often overlooked or ignored. So I think these are great releases. Yeah. And I'm keen to see what else is being brought out, because we have seen a few others as well. Yes. So we've got a list on the screen of other influencers that should be bringing out lipsticks. But we have seen Nima Tang wearing a red. This was from months and months and months ago, and this is sort of like the first look we saw into this year's collab with MAC. Expecting a red from her.
People have reported that this will also release globally.
Or at least Patricia's shade.
Yes.
I'm not too sure.
Patricia apparently mentioned in her video that it'll be released globally later on.
Okay, so new from Marc Jacobs, we have seen a new Daisy Love fragrance. It's supposed to be like a sweet floral, whereas the other florals were a bit more fresh, so this is a bit more sweet. But they have also released an Enamoured lip lacquer to go along with it. So this is also called Daisy Love. It's a peachy nude and it's got a touch of berry scent, so it's supposed to be very, very shiny, and it's got a bit of shimmer in it as well. So if you like that sort of vibe, then they've got you covered.
From Menagerie Cosmetics or Makeup Monsters, I think technically they're still called Makeup Monsters, but they'll be becoming Menagerie Cosmetics. We're seeing a sneak peek of the Feral eyeshadow palette. So they've used like Wolfpack and Wolves as hashtags for this. We don't know what the shades are going to look like, but it's going to be cruelty-free, talc-free, gluten-free, vegan, all that jazz. So 10% of sales will go to the Animal Welfare Institute, where 90% of their donations go straight to the cause, fighting animal testing and protecting wildlife globally.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting because it is sort of well known that a lot of charities they've got a lot of overheads, and a lot of the money that people donate don't actually go to the cause. It goes to running the charity.
Yes.
So I think this is interesting. I think based on the packaging, I like it. I suspect a lot of greens, and I really like the sort of mythical wolf woodland thing going on. I
love the packaging of this. If the colours speak to me, I would buy this to try it, because I've heard nothing but good things about Makeup Monsters or now Menagerie Cosmetics, so I'm kind of interested.
I'm interested too. Okay, we've got some news for Australians and New Zealanders. So what happened was recently Morphe had stopped shipping to us on their international website. They'd also pulled out of other stores that did ship to us, including Beauty Bay. So we were like, where do we get Morphe? Not that a lot of people care, but a lot of people did care. And they've now got their own Australian New Zealand website. So
makes sense.
This is really good because it makes shipping a lot cheaper. So if you spend 60 Australian dollars, you score standard free delivery, and otherwise it will cost you $7 to Australia and 10 Australian dollars to New Zealand. I have heard that if you spend over 100 New Zealand dollars or 100 Australian dollars, it will ship free to New Zealand.
Oh, that's good.
But I've heard people say that, but it's not stated in the shipping, so I'm not too sure. I've also heard that people have had issues with shipping to New Zealand, and but if you take out the spray,
of course,
so the spray might not ship. The setting spray.
I'd say what's happening here is they have set up a warehouse in Australia, and they're now able to ship across land, so we can have the spray, because in Australia, and I'm pretty sure this is accurate for everywhere, you can't put aerosols on a plane because they can explode and cause serious damage.
Put aerosols on a plane, but usually the stuff that's in aerosols, like alcohol and stuff like that, which is flammable, can't be shipped on a plane.
No.
So that's why nail polishes, perfumes and stuff like that.
You can have them on your, like in your carry-on, you can have them. That's usually because if something goes wrong, they can deal with it straight away. But when things are in cargo hold, they don't know. They don't know if something's exploded or if a fire's starting. So I'd say that's why they're having issues shipping to New Zealand. But
they haven't been super clear. I've just heard comments of people saying, I tried to order, I couldn't order. When I took that out, I could order. So you'll have to play around with what you can put in your cart. And what the shipping costs are at certain stages. You'll have to play around. It's going to be a bit of trial and error, but at least that's a good start.
It is.
All right, the new NARS Climax Mascara is now starting to pop up in stores. And one thing that was interesting that Mecca did was they actually did a pre-release for it online for 48 hours last week, and you could be the first people in the world to buy them. So
Mecca, you're on it.
I know they're getting their shit together. So this is starting to roll out in the US, and I have seen a few people find it in store, but I think legitimately Mecca were technically the first people to sell it. But yeah, it's a new mascara launch. It is what it is. if you like new mascaras, you can check this one out.
I'm more excited about Mecca grabbing the bull by the horns.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, well done. More from NARS. We've seen some of their new eyeshadows. So they reformulated their eyeshadows and they've got some new shades. They are now much smaller and they are in magnetic pans. You can pop these out of their little compacts. And they are 1.1 gram, selling for $19 US. Previously, they were 2.2 grams, selling for $26.
Okay, people probably aren't going to expect this coming from me, but I actually don't really care.
No, I don't give a shit.
The reason why I don't care is because I do know that to use up about 2.2 grams of eyeshadow, it will take you about 2 years. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Using it every day all over your lid, it will take you about 2 years, every single day.
Yeah.
So for me, I think this smaller amount is probably more realistic. And also, if you look at the cost per gram, yes, it is worse value, but your packaging is a lot better. And the majority of the cost when it comes to these products are the packaging. So you almost have to look at it going, okay, I have to pay $10 or $12 for the packaging, and then the eyeshadow is the extra.
Yeah.
And so when you do look at that, it's probably not that big a deal. I just don't know why the packaging is so big and bulky for such a small pan. They should have actually just sold these in pans.
I agree.
Like, that's what sort of annoys me about this. It's like, I'd prefer to spend $10 and just get the pan.
Yeah.
Than have to pop them out and have all this waste. And it's mirror, magnets, a lot of plastic.
These mirrors are tiny. Nobody uses them.
Yeah. So, look, I don't love the redesign. I don't think it's necessary, but I don't think the reduction in product is actually going to affect many people unless you're a makeup artist that goes through your favorite eyeshadow often, but then don't get it from NARS.
Yeah.
All right, we've seen a new palette sneak peeking from Natasha Denona. This is an all matte palette. It's called the Safari palette. Now, I have been looking every single day for updates on this and nothing has come up yet. If there is anything, we'll put it on the screen and in the blog post if you're listening to this via podcast. But right now they did a sneak peek black and white. So what they did was they opened it. It was like a video, but they had sort of not photoshopped because it's a video, but they sort of manipulated the video so that the pans are sort of black and white or heavily reduced in saturation. So it looks black and white. Now, a lot of people thought this was a palette. It's not. I think it's going to be greens. And if you do look at it with the saturation turned up, you can start seeing mustards, you can start seeing reds, maybe a dark green, a teal, stuff like that. So I do think that this is going to be more of a, like it's a safari palette. There's going to be khaki greens, mustards, which I'm looking forward to. Now, she has come out to say that this palette has the same formula as the Tropic palette with the mattes. So not the problematic shimmers, but that new matte formula is going to be this same formula. So when we find out more, we will let you know, but that's all we know right now.
We've got something here from Ole Henriksen.
Yep.
So they have released 2 new products. Is that correct?
Yes.
So this is a Transform Plus range, and you've got a Glow Cycle Retinol Power Serum and a Goodnight Glow Retinol Sleeping Cream. And these are alternatives for retinol products.
Yeah, so these contain a plant-based retinol alternative. Okay, so when Trend Mood got the scoop on this, because Trend Mood showed it before anyone else did, and she'd been using it for months but wasn't allowed to talk about it. So they say, and this must have been from a press release or something because people don't make this shit up, say hello results and buy retinol and skip on products with bad smells, high price points, side effects and irritations. So that's sort of the point of this. It's supposed to give you effects like retinol but in a more gentle, cheaper way, I guess. I haven't heard anything about these ingredients, so I don't know how they're going to work.
I've never heard of it either. The ingredient that's supposed to work or give you the benefits of retinol without any of the nasties, I suppose, is bakuchiol.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
No.
But yeah, they're saying it's a plant-based retinol alternative.
So these are available now, and they're, you know, talking about lower price points. And I know that retinol can be expensive, but it also can be pretty cheap.
It can also be very affordable.
Yeah, like you look at The Ordinary, they do retinol products very cheap. Yeah. But so the daytime serum is $58, and then the nighttime cream is $55 US. So
look, I think if you compare that to like Kate Somerville, yeah, it is cheap, but still not cheap.
No,
like that's not. Look, you guys know we will drop money on makeup and skincare and all that stuff, but I don't think either of us would sit here with a straight face and say that that is what we would consider affordable.
No.
The
Ordinary retinol, yes.
Basic
sort of like retinol creams and stuff that you get from a dermatologist, yes, cheap. But dermatologists aren't cheap to go visit. So,
yeah.
But
I don't know. Yeah.
Look, I don't buy it, but
I'm not eating this up like it's my final meal.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Okay, we've seen some new stuff from Pat McGrath. So this is a video that we haven't really seen much more of since this video came out, but it's very, very sparkly.
Oh my God, give it to me. I know,
and they look duochrome,
I know.
sparkly swatches. Now, I think what people are predicting is that these are some form of like maybe similar to Hourglass bringing out those little pot glitters.
Right.
Could be something like that. I'm really hoping that it's a eyeshadow palette of just duochrome glitters.
And also the way that they
look domed.
They do look domed. I get that vibe too.
Yeah.
I honestly think that this is going to actually be a palette.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it is. But I'm a bit concerned with the dome because
baked.
Yeah, but also they do have those domed highlighter trios.
Yes, they do.
So this might be a sparkle version or a mini version for the eyes, which is cool. But what I've heard about their eyeshadow palettes, those duochrome shimmery shades are like glorious.
Yeah.
So I sort of want a whole palette of those. And if you have a whole palette of those, I'm going to buy that.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay up until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. My credit card is waiting.
I'm getting ready for my body.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm sort of hoping that's the case, but I think it might not be the case because there were 3 dome shapes shown and 3 swatches.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a 6-pan
I think it's going to be like a highlighting type palette.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But we will keep you updated. Hopefully we'll have something on the screen. You'll be going, girls, it's a thing. And we'll be going, well, we know, but that's past Hailey and Kat.
Yeah, that's true.
From Real Techniques, we have Brush Crush version 2.
Yeah.
So this looks to be a collection of 8 brushes.
There's more. So
there is?
This is a limited edition collection. It's currently available on the Real Techniques website. So there are 2 brush packs. So there's the Ruler of the Skies. It's got 3 brushes and a sponge.
That's a round sponge.
It is a round sponge.
Completely round sponge.
It is. It is indeed. There's Maybe I Belong Among the Stars, which is, once again, 3 brushes and a makeup bag.
Yep.
And then you have a bunch of different brushes. So we've got the 300 powder brush. We've got the 301 foundation brush, 302 blush brush, 304 fan brush, 305 shadow brush. Then the 306 Kabuki brush. Look at this guy. That looks like
I don't want to look at it.
It's bizarre. It looks like that thistle. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. Yeah. And then there's also a Cosmic Sponge Duo. Okay, and this is interesting because you get 2. They look like they're different sizes. And I kind of like the design. Round is kind of weird. Yeah. But I don't hate it. So the prices on the screen are all the US prices. It is available like in Australia on the Australian site, but much more expensive. But look, some people like these, some people don't like them. I think Real Techniques, their heyday's sort of over.
I do not have anything nice to say about this, and I'm just going to shut my mouth.
Yeah. So in my collection, I've got a lot of Real Techniques brushes, but I haven't bought them for years and years and years and years. I bought all the sets when they first came out, and I got them on iHerb really cheap. And when I sort of started getting into makeup or had sort of like graduated from basic shitty brushes, they were like the brushes I mainly used. And I think they served a really good purpose at that time. These days, there are so many better brush brands out there.
I agree.
At a similar price point. This gimmicky shit with these twisted handles and silver and whatever.
Those handles,
no.
Actually, like, they really make me angry. Like,
they look horrible. They're not my aesthetic.
Like the foundation brush where it's like flat and like really thick.
No. Yeah, I don't get it. And I think they're...
Yeah, I don't...
They're past their prime.
I think you're right. They did have a heyday where they were great synthetic brushes, but now I feel like they are mediocre synthetic brushes. You can get better elsewhere.
And I think also what they did that was probably detrimental was, you know how they had the really fat base, like thick handles, and then they've gone these weird twisty handles. I feel like a lot of people, if you're using brushes a lot on a daily basis, you want them as sleek and as like, you don't want them bulky. I've got a drawer full of Real Techniques brushes and I refuse to use them because they're just too bulky these days. They take up too much room. Sponges are great, but whatever. Yeah. So I feel like they've passed their prime and this is just them dying out.
Yeah. It's a shame though, because like we know they can do great things, but I feel like instead of moving ahead with the times and improving, they're just bringing out stuff that's like, here's a different handle design or a different handle colour, or here's a brush shape that you'll buy because you're interested in trying it, but it's not really functional. Yeah. Like a triangle concealer brush.
Nah, no thanks. Don't need it.
Don't want it.
All right, something from Sourcebox Cosmetics. This is something that we were supposed to mention last week, but... Oopsie daisy. They have released the new Nocturne palette. So it is a brand new palette. They bring out a new palette maybe once a year. Like, it's pretty rare. So if you like their eyeshadows, you'll be happy. This is cruelty-free, vegan, and I think it's a nice looking palette. It was up for like an early not pre-sale. It was available at a discounted price in the first few weeks that it was released, or the first week it was released.
Sort of like a pre-launch.
Yeah, pre-launch price. It was $38. And it is now $45. But yeah, if you like this, look, I was actually really tempted by this palette. And I was looking at it when it was on sale or pre-sale or whatever it was, and I was really interested. It's got like boring neutrals up the top and then sort of more cool toned shimmers down the bottom. And I love the middle quad because that sort of olivey gold green colour is so amazing. Shade. For brown eyes, it is so good. So I was like, I kind of want that, but I need to be good. I also like that they're sort of, the top and bottom are like, they work well together. Yeah. Yes. If I was one of those makeup consumers that would just go, I buy one palette a year and just kind of use it, I'd buy this. Yeah. Totally buy this.
That's fair. News from Shiseido. Yeah. How do we say it?
I think it's Shiseido.
They are doing some new stuff.
Good.
New stuff. They are essentially overhauling their brand to cater more to millennial makeup buyers.
Look, I think that's a sort of smart move if they do it right, because and a lot of people are going to be out there going, I'm not a millennial and I buy makeup and blah, but
I don't think that matters. Like,
no, it doesn't.
You know, if makeup speaks to you, you buy it.
Yeah. And I think that that's how you should be as a consumer. If you like something, buy it. Doesn't matter where it's coming from or if it's targeted to you or not. But I think what I'm saying is that the millennials are the ones that started this crazy makeup community, the online community, the makeup junkies, the YouTube tutorials, the Instagram videos and photos. So sort of the millennials as a rough group were the ones that made makeup really mainstream and being a beauty junkie like a legitimate thing. Prior to that, it was like you buy your basic makeup. If you're rich, you go for high-end. If you aren't rich, you go for drugstore. And you occasionally go to a MAC counter to get your makeup done for a party. And that was pretty much it. So I think Shiseido fit into along with Estee Lauder and Lancome and those kind of brands that work sort of targeted to the richer older people.
Yes.
And I think now they realise that they still have the same spending habits when it comes to makeup, whereas the millennials are the ones that are making, Kylie Jenner be the youngest billionaire in the world. Like, that's where the makeup industry has moved to. So I think it's a smart move, them trying to capture that.
I think it's smart as well, because if you look at your brand and you go, oh shit, we don't really have access to these they're aiming at 20s and like people in their 20s and 30s,
yes,
right?
Which is now, the people that generally have the money to buy the makeup.
Exactly. If they are looking at these demographics and going, we don't have access to them, what do we do to change it? It's a lot better than sitting there going, let's bring out another brown palette.
Yes.
Like, come on. I think it is great what they're doing. And I think, again, they're taking the bull by the horns and they're going, well, maybe we can revamp and maybe we can, become a bit more fresh. So essentially what they're going to be doing is discontinuing almost 100 products. They'll be replaced with a new collection in September that marries popular Western trends such as bolder colours and matte cosmetics with a Japanese flair for minimalist design and packaging that appeals to a younger crowd drawn to Asian beauty trends.
Which I think is smart.
I think so too, because they're not giving up who they are as a brand, but they are also taking on the fact that people don't want a completely dewy range of makeup. There are some people who do want matte lipsticks or, matte eyeshadows. Very, very big trend in Asian beauty is shimmery eyeshadows, shimmery
and
everything.
A really slight, like,
wash
of shimmer. Yeah. Whereas, in Western cultures, it's more, matte and blending and bold and, stuff like that, glitter and big lashes. And whereas, it's more minimal. And I think as long as you can stay with where your brand traditionally was and then also incorporate other trends, then it does make you more of a global brand. Yeah. I don't think you have to do one or the other.
No, I don't think they have to give up who they are at a core. Yeah. Like, they can still honour the Asian beauty trends. Yes. Like, Westerners, we love it. We'll take it on. But I do think it's refreshing that they're going, we can have both.
Yeah. And
we can have the best of both worlds. So if you love bright and bold, or if you love soft and feminine, we've got it.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
So there are products.
A bunch of products.
There are products.
I'm curious to see how these are going to go because for me, these don't look super innovative. I can see liquid lipsticks here, which is cool. I can see coloured, like, potentially eyeshadow pencils and eyeliners, some interesting looking brushes, a huge range of lipsticks. Yeah. There are a bunch of stuff here. I'm just really curious about how they're actually going to apply on the face, because that is what makes or breaks a new launch.
Absolutely.
Okay, on to Tarte. We have new news that they have increased their shade range of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealers. Mm-hmm. So they went from 20 shades, they've now got 30 shades. So if you were interested in picking up some Tarte Shape Tape Concealers but they didn't have your shade, you might be a bit luckier now. They are currently exclusive to Ulta. So we can't get them.
What?
Yeah, so only US people can get
them.
This
exclusivity shit is really, it's getting tiring.
Bullshit. Yeah.
It's just,
I agree. Oh, but, I'm sure this is going to phase out eventually. And
good thing I don't want it.
Yeah, I actually really like
I like it too.
I'm wearing it today. I really like it. But interesting to note as well is that I don't actually think, like, the deeper shade that they currently have was the deeper shade they previously had. I think they've just fleshed out different undertones.
Right.
So, so you can see a comparison on the screen of the 20 shades versus the 30.
Touch up.
Yes.
We've got the Kissu Lip Mask. Oh, shit. Give it to me. So this is $30 US. Mm-hmm. It's inspired by a Japanese beauty secret. Kissu Lip Mask is a unique, soft, honey-like textured lip mask that leaves lips feeling hydrated and soft and appearing smoother.
Yeah, so this is currently, once again, exclusively launched on QVC. I think it will come out elsewhere, but right now you can order it, pre-order it at QVC, and they will ship on the 10th of September.
What?
So,
oh my
yeah,
God.
it's the way they're doing this shit. Just release your damn products.
Exclusive, pre-launch,
Yeah. No.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually think shit like that is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because I look at this and I go,
Too much hassle.
I'll get money, product, we swap, and then I'm like, I won't get it until September. No.
Yeah, it's too much work.
By the time it rolls around, not interested.
Yeah, that's fair
Moved
enough.
on.
Okay, so we've just got an update with the Tutti Frutti Too Faced Jouer Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation range. So this we've got little, not swatches, but like colour little dabs from Trend Mood. So you can see the colour range. It goes from snow through to cocoa. They're $36 each. They are infused with watermelon and cucumber. So if you don't like those, I love those. I'm very excited. But I wanted to point out a few things. So we had a really nice viewer contact us. So her name's Elizabeth, and she said, so this foundation is the dewy version of the Peach Perfect foundation. So it is formatted for people with oily skin. It can look dewy without them getting oily, which is great, and I'm down with that. I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. The shades are supposed to run parallel with the Born This Way shade range. So not the Peach Perfect. But if you know your shade in the Born This Way, you should be able to translate it over. And we've also heard that for Aussies, I think this is coming in January.
Right.
So it is a permanent range. And that's why it's probably coming late, because I find the limited edition stuff they ship really quickly, but the permanent stuff they take forever.
It takes forever.
Yeah, so I think that's what the go is.
From Wet n Wild, we have the Fire Dragon versus Ice Dragon limited edition collection. Now we've got swatches. We'll go through all of the products again. We have 3 bronzers. We've got 3 highlighters, 4 eyeshadow palettes, 6 metallic liquid lipsticks, 4 pigments, a bronzer brush, highlighting brush, and obviously the whole set.
Yes, so you can buy this as a box
you can
set.
buy these all individually at like normal sort of Wet n Wild prices. Nothing is over the top expensive, which is great. Or you can buy the whole set for $40.
I don't think it gets everything. I think you get 2 eyeshadow quads, 4 pigments, 2 bronzers, 2 highlighters, 4 liquid lipsticks for $40. So you can see I think you could see the pack somewhere. I don't know if I've got a photo, but it's not quite. Yeah, it's here. It's not quite the full set.
It's not the whole set, but
it's still a lot, and you still get the warm and the cool, and it's I don't know. It's an interesting collection.
The dragons, I know, the bronzers,
they're slaying me.
They're slaying me. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this. So this is out.
It is out.
It is out.
But we do have bad news for Aussies.
The bad news is this particular collection is not coming to Glam Radar.
Yeah, so Glam Radar is the official stockist for Australia, and it's the only stockist in Australia that I think gets these limited edition collections.
Yeah.
But they only started stocking Wet n Wild a couple of months ago, and supposedly to order these collections, you have to order them as a store like a year and a half in advance. So I think they're getting the next collection, but they weren't able to get this collection. So unfortunately it's not coming to Australia, but hopefully the next one's good.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on from Glam Radar, to the end, they are actually doing something pretty damn cool.
Yes.
They are hosting a makeup masterclass and high tea with colour. Oh, I hate this. I'm going to say her name wrong and then I'm going to feel like a jerk. Rakuzo? Is that right?
Sounds good to me.
And Trey Dallas. Now, this will be held at the Sofitel in Melbourne, Melbourne CBD. And essentially, this is going to be like a high tea plus sit-down masterclass.
Yep.
That's hosted by Carla and Trey. And they'll also have some booths available for purchasing products, should you want to do that. But the tickets also include a gift bag valued at over $500.
Yeah.
And we have spoken with one of the ladies who run Glam Radar, and I don't think it's anything to turn your nose up at.
Yeah, so also a high tea, I think, at Sofitel is normally like $100 and something
dollars.
$150 or something anyway. So you're getting the high tea plus the masterclass, and then
Plus
you'll
a
walk
goodie
away
bag.
with a $500 goodie bag. So the tickets are $250. So they're
Yes,
not cheap.
they're not
but,
cheap, no.
If you are interested in the brands that they do stock, which is a lot of brands, it might be something worth checking out. And
Yes. We will be there.
we will.
I'm really
We'll be
excited.
vlogging
I
the
can't
day.
wait.
So we'll also do a vlog and then like a goodie bag haul. So
Yeah.
and if this goes well, they're going to plan on doing one maybe in December. So if
Yeah.
you did miss out and you were like, man, that looked cool,
Keep an eye out for December.
Yeah.
All your Christmas wishes will come true.
That's true.
Yeah.
And if you didn't want something, you can re-gift it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
All right, it has come to the time where we dedicate this episode to one of our Beauty News VIPs.
Woo!
And the VIP of this episode is Amethyst Dawn.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your support. We love you. This episode is all for you.
It is indeed.
Yes.
And emoji, so if you made it to the end,
Yes.
comment down below dragons.
Ah, yes.
Dragons!
Very appropriate.
And also, whatever our thumbnail is for today, thank you so much to the person that created it.
Yeah.
We will credit them in the description box.
Yes.
And that is about it. So we will see you
In the next one.
soon. And we will also have more content going up on Not Beauty News.
Yes.
After this, we're filming a very long Q&A. I feel like it's going to be very long. So don't forget to subscribe to that channel too. It'll be on the screen.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye.